Well, balloons are something that we all can relate to as a child. And so it really just tugs at that inner chord of joy, of just pure, simple joy. So it doesn't matter what age you are, it just brings people joy. And so our tagline is effectively bring the joy. And it's not us, it's the balloons, it's the person sending it. It's a whole big circle of joy.
Tell us a little bit about what people can get, because you can get some of like a small, if you just wanted 2 or 3 balloons, but then you can also go custom made something bigger for a wedding or for a huge, birthday celebration.
Sure. So we believe in, making it accessible at any price point. So you can buy a $3 balloon, and we make custom colors. So we're trying to bring home this idea that the balloon can be elevated. All of our colors are custom made. And then, we've got some off the shelf standardized Luft items that we call, like the burst, which is 129, or a Zoom balloon, which is 54. But yeah, you can go all the way up to something huge and like thousands and thousands of balloons. But we try to, hit that joy mark for every person. You can walk into the shop even if you're, just out and about and you're like, oh crud, I forgot about my friend's birthday, and you just want to bring them a couple balloons, pop in, we can get you settled.
But what about for kids? So someone's having something for a 5-year-old, to a 12-year-old. What are some of the designs and some of the things that people can do for kids?
Sure. So the number one crowd pleaser is our burst, and then everyone loves their age on it. And we've also designed a custom sign, so that way you can do a vinyl decal, like if you wanted to say "Happy Birthday, Bobby," or like, French fries before guys, or, I don't know, some type of funny saying that's, customized. We can add that to the burst. The other super popular thing is we make two sizes of rainbows. We have a mini rainbow that you can fit in the palm of your hands, and then a bigger one. And they're just, when you combine balloons with rainbows, I mean, it's like a home run. And so those are our two best sellers.
Some of like the bigger custom displays of whether it's a 30th birthday or it's a wedding or a congratulations in some kind of way, that's usually about a 2-week lead time. So right now we're looking at about Memorial Day weekend and after. But what, do you help people design it? Do people come in and say, here's what I want, or are there books that people can go through?
Sure. So, the burst is a good starting point from size, and we try to help people say that we can combine up to 2 or 3 or 4, and that keeps that scalable budget kind of nice and tight. And then if you're looking at something bigger, that's where we can certainly provide a proposal, or we do provide a proposal, an on-site meeting. We go through kind of the whole customized process, because when we do a bigger install, we're looking at the architecture of the site, and we're responding to that from an install perspective. We're not just decor. That's why we say we're balloon art. And so those bigger installs, we want it to like mesh with the feel of the space.
What's been some of your favorite ones that you've created?
Oh gosh, I honestly love what I do. And so like everyone teaches me about a new company or a new mission that somebody's doing. I think my favorite is when we just kind of do some stuff from like our kind of our giving back missions. We did the balloon hospital installations, and no one expects it, and it just, you see people crying and feeling the love and just feeling appreciated. And I get a lot of joy to give other people joy. I just got a little teary-eyed, but that's my objective, is to give back and do good.
The first responders, the nurses, their faces when you see the joy that these balloons have brought. Was that something unexpected, especially over the past year, of how something that everybody knows and has loved since childhood, and how it's brought them joy, especially during such a crazy time when we can't all get together?
Yeah. I mean, when the pandemic hit, our events went overnight, closed down. 85% of our business was events driven. And so we did pivot well. And in that process, I was, knew that so many other businesses were struggling. And I was like, if we're going to be able to afford to get through the pandemic, we have to give back. And I couldn't figure out how to give back to the frontline workers. And then I was like, duh, I just do the big installs that we've always done. Like, that's what I'm good at. And so it was like, I called up hospitals and was like, can I balloon bomb your business and just like throw 3,000 balloons on it and do some messaging on balloons? And they were like, yes, please. And so we just kept doing as many as we could.
That is amazing. And if you have a chance, go check out her YouTube page, see these wonderful installs and the looks on everybody's faces. It's just, it warms everybody's heart.
Well, it's seasonal. So right now we're in full tilt graduation. And since everyone had a virtual one last year and they're kind of coming in and out now, it is go time. So we are definitely all graduation. And then the next thing is that we get to celebrate Pride Month. You know, bring that to the forefront this June since we weren't able to celebrate last year. And so we're doing a Love is Love balloon immersive experience where we create 3,000 balloons and I just want you to come in and feel the love. So that will be a ticketed event. So right now, like we've got, those things going on but your mainstays, birthdays and engagements and babies. Those are the top three things.
And then as far as Chicago, and then if someone's in the burbs, what's kind of the process for them to get some of the bigger custom items?
Yeah, sure. So the suburbs, we do have a travel fee of $175 and a custom install price point that it has to hit a $450. And that's just because we're a small business, balloon business. And our art is highly trained. And so we don't have a huge staff. And so that's why we're more Chicago based.
Now, so someone comes into the store and says, I'm having a 30th surprise birthday party for my significant other, but I don't know what to do, because I think you're amazing at what you do at creating these things, but people don't necessarily have to come in with a specific idea. They can just say, it's 30th, what should I do? Or, and do you help walk them through that process?
Yeah, so we get that all the time. We just say, send us an email, date, time, all that stuff, and then send us a picture. And then what are you trying to highlight? And that helps us keep that if it's on just a kind of regular budget, we don't need to go gala level, that way we can kind of direct them and say, you know what, I think it would look great to have a backdrop moment here, or let's do a threshold moment here. And so we can do a lot of this over email. I mean, we've all become really adept now at Zoom and email and not having to meet in person. So I think a lot of the event industry has benefited from that.